have some quarters in my office. I'm happy to pick your color.
Like your school.
I pick Eastern.
I think I can help you with that.
All right, I'm going to call to order the August 11th regular meeting of the Forest Hills Board of Education. This is a meeting held in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not to be considered a community public hearing. There is a time for public comment as indicated in agenda item 11. If you would like to speak at public comment, please fill out one of the comment cards that are right outside the door where you came in, and they will be picked up right around the superintendent's report. All right, at this time, would you please stand and join as Kelly Kermode leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Happy August, a week or so before school starts. I came into the building the other day and you could just feel an energy difference between this week and like 2 weeks prior. Like stuff is going on, everybody's getting ready, it's very exciting. First up, we have a couple of recognitions, which are always lovely and fun to do. So first up, we are going to have the athletic director, Robert Hall, and the head coach, Ian Hearn from Forest Hills Eastern come up to recognize the 2025 MHSAA State Championship baseball team.
Honored to be here today, board. Obviously an incredible season for our baseball team. My first year here, it was a great experience to be a part of and whatnot, and I attribute a lot of that, and I'm sure Coach Hearn will say the same about our new complex. Came in handy during this season. We were able to host the district tournament and another later playoff round on our home turf field, which was incredible. Had nearly sellout crowds all the way around our facility. Just a fun atmosphere to be a part of. Hardest working coaching staff I've been around. He's put together quite the staff of volunteers that puts in countless hours of effort and energy in the off season, and they all do it out of the goodness of their hearts too. Like just an incredible staff, great kids, great culture all around, and Coach Hearn's done a phenomenal job with our culture at Forest Hills Eastern and everything. Our kids, today's the first day of fall sports, and at Forest Hills Eastern, a lot of our kids are multi-sport athletes, and so we've got soccer going on right now. Football is at past 6 o'clock, so they're going as well right now. So a lot of our baseball kids are currently at practices, but I'll turn it over to Coach Hearn for his words.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you. How do I address this? What way do I face?
This way.
All right, well, thank you, and it's very nice to be recognized. It's awesome to be recognized at Forest Hills Eastern in the baseball program, and at the same time, and also part of Forest Hills Public Schools to be recognized through Eastern and Eastern baseball. So thank you very much for that. And yes, it is summer, and I'll be the first to tell you. With the 2025 baseball team, they don't miss anything, and this is kind of an anomaly here that they're not here, and not all of them are here. Like almost all of them are gone because of other arrangements, and we'd rather have them working out with their teams and so forth like that too, or prepping for college. But again, thank you for the recognition. It was an absolutely amazing year, that's for sure. And Robert already touched on the new facility. The new facility is an absolute game changer. There's a buzz in the entire state talking about it. And we're not the only ones that have a turf field. There's other turf fields, but Forest Hills kind of elevated the game a little bit. And a lot of people want to take a look at our facility. Everybody under the sun is contacting, wishing that they can get on it, and of course we're not letting them. So, but it actually, it elevated everything, the excitement around it. There's been excitement around Eastern baseball for quite some time, and it just elevated it even more so. So the facility is second to none, and this is the way Forest Hills Public Schools is, they're second to none. During the tournament time, there's this massive turnout, and one thing that stood out to, you know, the coaches and the players is it seemed like the whole community was there during the state semifinals and the state finals, and they were all suited up. Everybody was wearing Forest Hills or Eastern baseball shirts or Eastern throughout the stands, just everywhere, and it was absolutely amazing. So it was home away from home. It was home away from home, and I do feel like we had the best and loudest representation out of all the teams that were there. And during the time, and when you make a tournament run, and it doesn't matter, like the same thing in 2022 when Forest Hills Eastern, when we won it in 2022, you have peaks and valleys during the tournament, and what gets you through is obviously you have to have good quality baseball players and committed ones on top of that, but what gets you through is their bond and their servant mentality to one another, and that's another thing that the program and the school instills into, you know, our student athletes is they're a servant for one another, and it's easy to be envious of one another, especially if somebody started in front of you, but they celebrate each other and they cheer each other on. I think that's a big difference between our Forest Hills athletes, student athletes, compared to other athletes that are around throughout the state, because sometimes the envy gets in the way and you don't create those really strong bonds, and so when that happens, it's tough to win ball games or big ball games in situations. And for example, the East Grand Rapids game that we had really early on in the district run, where we didn't almost get beat. We knew we were going to win, but it was a close game. It was a close game, and it took that kind of bond, you know, to get through it. And it also takes that kind of bond too, because when you're facing, for example, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, which is a boarding school, and they have kids from out of the country, kids from out of our state, kids from interstate that participate there. That's a challenging school. It's a challenging school to beat. But you know, you've heard hard work beats talent, but the chemistry that comes forward and that type of mindset is what wins ball games for us, and what, you know, creates that type of atmosphere. So I'm super proud of all the athletes and being part of the school, and also being part of Forest Hills Public Schools. This year the team won everything you could possibly win. And in 2022, they very similar, but this team did they did a little bit more. And what I mean by that, this year it was their 5th year in a row they won the conference title. So, and it's a very challenging and competitive conference. You have programs in there that won state titles in baseball. 3 or 4 different schools in our conference that have done that, and then also we switched conferences, and some of the other schools from the previous conferences has won too. But to win 5 in a row is pretty impressive. They're district champions, regional champions, quarterfinal champions, semifinal champions, and state champions. They're academic state champions as a team, and they're national academic champions. So that's the part that they took it a little bit further than the 2022 team. Also, the other part they took it a little bit further is they were the #1 team in the state of Michigan out of all divisions. Division 1, 2, 3, and 4. Their final record was 42-1, and they won 41 games in a row. And as far as we can see, there's no let up for the years to come. So that's truly exciting. It's super exciting being part of it and being one of the coaches, and also being a teacher in such a great community. Thank you very much.
Thank you. A lot of the athletes aren't here. Do you want to introduce the ones that are here and have them come up and,
For sure. First one, Nathan Zerke. Come on up, Nathan. Nathan is the voice of the Hawks. So when you come to a ball game and you're listening to the music and you're listening to it being announced and some of the organization, this is a guy, he took it and ran with it and made it extremely good, and he's phenomenal at it, so. During the spring, he's not available, but outside of the spring, I mean, he's phenomenal, so, thank you. Cam Pallo. Cam is a super big arm. He just committed to Michigan State. He was in the state semifinals. He pitched against Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and he was throwing 92 miles an hour. So, yeah, he throws hard. Very good. Alicia.
We have one for you too. Yes.
All right, and then we have one last thing for Mr. Robert Hall, if he wants to come back up, because we also have the Michigan High School Baseball Coaches Association Division II Coach of the Year Award goes to
Obviously, Mr. Ian Hurd. Need I say any more? I think he touched on everything as to why he is the state coach of the year. So, congrats, coach. Thank you.